Good morning, fellow cats. Welcome to the tank. It's Catfish Tyler here to inform and entertain. Got a little harmonica here. Yo, welcome to the tank. Good morning, Jacob Patton. Jacob Patton saw my video that I posted the other day, just a little kind of a quiz of about an insect quiz. I posted a video on my channel over the weekend of this odd looking little tiny creature that was on my sliding glass door, and I posted that for someone to hopefully identify it for me, and he gave me what I thought was a very good possibility, and that was a dragonfly larvae, or past the larval stage, or anyway. But it was really cool to see it. It almost looked like it was like it molted, but like there was nothing in it anymore. It was like the shell of the animal, of the creature. It was kind of iridescent, kind of odd looking. Yeah. So I asked for some help, and people chimed in and told me what they thought it was. There was a couple people, but it looked almost alien. Yeah. So good morning, everyone. Yep, I have a lot of shares in CING when the price was high. What should I do? That's a good question. Okay. So here's what my suggestion is. For number one, this market we're in right now is in some would call it a correction, some would say a pullback. But one thing I noticed was there was a lot of volume yesterday under that sell. It wasn't it wasn't a light volume sell-off. There was an increase in volume. And I checked what we call the VIX index this morning. I don't know if you know what that means, but the VIX is an index that is used to show volatility. I'll show you here in a second. Just get over here. And good morning, each and every one of you. Please don't hit the like button yet. We see there's 32 here in the tank right now, and thank you for not hitting the like button. We'll do it. I know that sounds strange, but we do it all together here. We hit the like button all at the same time. Just to back up a little bit, I'm going to take a look at some of the stocks we've recently been buying. One of them was AIRI. And I sold most of my AIRI when it was up to 877, 888. I sold in that range. I sold 3,300 of my shares there. But anyway, some of you know that we've bought more at 648, 652, 667, 682. We bought in that range. And I saw last night that it went up in after hours nicely. So one of the stocks we'll be taking a look at here is AIRI, along with Sofi, of course. But just hold on here a second. So first of all, Sofi at 743 is $1.02 higher than where they wanted at 641. They want the price at 641 a share. And so the shorts are still on the losing end of this tug of war. All right. Some of you like this channel because I show the shorts. I show you some visuals. So here they are right here. And before I go into detail on this, I should slide over here and show you why I show you this picture. Because right now, as you can see on institutional ownership, Sofi has 758 on one side of the rope, okay, and 29 that are on the other side of the rope. Okay, so there's 758 intelligent institutions that are wise enough to know a great opportunity when they see one and are buying in on Sofi like crazy. There are only 29 shorting. So here are the 29 shorters right here in this picture. And as you can see, it's not going well, okay? Especially over the last month when the price has gone from $6 to $7.50. It's tough. It's a tough pull. I mean, you got 29 up against 500 and something, right? Or 700 and something, right? Yeah. 29 against 758. Who do you think is going to come out on top in this struggle? Think about that. Who do you think is going to come out on top on this struggle with 758 on one end of the rope? I like to show you this because that gives you an idea. You can picture it in your mind and you can see what the shorts are up against. One team that has 758 thinking the price is going up, and 29 that want it to drop. People, think about that. Think about the odds of it dropping under that situation. Really dropping. Think about the odds of the price really falling under those situations. And if it does fall, who's making it go there and why? Why was it just at $6 3 weeks ago? Well, I have a theory. I'll show you my theory right now. See, about 4 months ago, Sofi had a debt that was due of $350 million, and it was on preferred stock that they had issued to get money originally. Cash, they needed some cash, so they issued some preferred stock. $350 million was the amount that was out there hanging over their head that they had to pay back, $350 million, and they were going to have to pay 7% interest on it, see? But they did not pay the 7% interest. They decided to issue some convertible notes at $7.27 each. That was the price they issued them, and they only wanted $750 million to pay off the $350 million debt at 7%. That's the interest rate was going to be 7%. And when they got these convertible notes, the interest rate is 1.25%. So they added basically $60 million to their bottom line annually when they made this move, folks, because they weren't paying that massive 7% interest on $350 million. So when they issued these convertible notes, they wanted $750 million, but they had so many interested parties. And these notes were not issued to people like you and me, people. We didn't even have a chance to buy these convertible notes, but they went to the brokerage's highest top clients, and they called them on the phone and said, hey, we got this deal here going down. SoFi's trying to get rid of some old debt and high interest, and would you be interested in getting in on this? And there were so many that wanted in that it didn't do 750 million, folks. They got even more. They got more. They got $862.5 million. They had so many people wanting to sign up for this because now they have a goal, and their goal is to get SoFi's price to $12.29. And when they do, all those shares they got, all this money will be from $7.27, the price. They'll get $9.45 for each convertible share. So they're going to $12.29 with the price because they want to get the convertible amount. When they get the converted amount, they're going to take the price from $12.29 to this price here, folks. And why? Because it's double the original entry. And this number right here, the most that they can make, and it's part of the deal written down, is double what they put in. This is part of the deal. The investors who came in and got the convertible notes, they understand that the maximum amount that they can make is 100% gain. Boom. And folks, if they can make, here's what I want you to be aware of. And this is what I stay on here about SoFi that's so exciting for me. If they can make SoFi's price go down to 445, and then in just 29 days, make the price go back up 125%, and they don't even have that kind of incentive that they've got now, I think they can make it go from where it is now to double from 7 to 14. I think they can do it. I'm very confident that they can do that. If they can make it go in 29 days from 445 to 1023, they can make it go from 727 to 1454. That's my theory. That's my belief. And I could be completely wrong, but I don't think so, because these are powerful entities, these institutions that come in with this kind of money and invest. And they didn't buy those shares, folks, just to get 1.25% interest. I don't believe that. In case you're new to the channel, this is a history of SoFi's stock price. Take a picture of that and show it to your friends so they can understand that when you buy SoFi in the 7s, you usually sell it over 10. Here they bought in the 4s, sold it over 10. Here in the 7s, sold it over 10, which is where we are now. Here then the 8s, sold it over 11. Here in the 7s, sold it at 920 almost. Here down at 641, sold it over 10. Here at 923, sold it over 10. So what do you think it's going to do now? Let's take a guess. Let's take a guess. It's down in the 7s again for the 7 or below for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th time. Fourth, really. 4 times it's been 7 and back over 10. What do you think it's going to do now? Just take a guess. Take a wild guess at this. With interest rates that are going to be dropping, with, the Fed's going to be lowering interest rates. With September 30th, them starting to turn on the student loans will start coming back in. September 30th is the deadline, folks. Every student loan out there will have to be paid. And if they don't, for the first time in 3 years, 3.5 years, the credit companies will start to apply pressure. And so I think that we're going to see a real influx, and I could be wrong, but I don't believe so, of student loan students coming in. And the cool part is, folks, they don't have to come in anywhere. That's the part about this that's the coolest. At 4 o'clock in the morning, SoFi is open. You can enter. It doesn't matter what time of day or night. The bank is always open. SoFi, open fi, always fi. Okay, all right. And that's the cool part about it. The convenience. SoFi, convenience, easy peasy. That's what I say should be their slogan. SoFi, easy peasy. Really, that's what it is. And they could get away with saying that because I think that's just a common, name thing. It doesn't have to be. Nobody has that as a slogan. I don't believe. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, chimpanzee. They can start using a chimp as a little SoFi chimp that runs around. He just keeps going, easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. SoFi. Easy peasy, chimpanzee. Good morning, everybody. It's Catfish Tyler. I hope you're here to have a good time, because I am. Showing you things like this, what I call the convertometer, or some may say the convertometer, the convertometer. Look where it's going, folks. Rising right up. It's going to keep going, folks. It'll go all the way to there and then to there. Boom. Mysteriously, 1454 will be achieved within probably a year. Very, very, very doable. No problem. And there's no rush. There's no time rush on it. They got as long as they want, really. There's a long time. They got plenty of time to get there. We just need to get them there a little faster. So that's why we keep singing on this channel, singing about the SoFi stock. And I want you to know that this morning, I anticipate, and this is what I said to you yesterday, I anticipate that we're going to see a continued final shakeout this morning. And this will be it. Then there'll be a turnaround starting around 11, and then it's going to be probably green by the end of the day. The whole market will be green. The Dow, the NASDAQ, S&P, Russell, I think will all be green. And I could be wrong for sure. I could be wrong. There's no question about it. But, when I've been around as long as this, folks, you've seen how many times I've told you this is the case, and it's come true every time. You guys remember where, the NASDAQ was at 16,000, and it was like an insurmountable. They took it up to just over 16, and then it came back down, and everybody was, oh, what was the sell-off? Why? It went down 600 points. I said, don't worry. It's just a fleecing of the market. And that was maybe 6 months ago, 8 months ago, that it was at 16,000. Now it's over 18,000, the NASDAQ. At almost 19,000. And it probably will hit 20,000 in the following year. So there we go, folks. The bell is rung. The time now, we're going to switch over here and check out Sofi. And we're going to be looking at some other stocks today as well. But just stick with me, everybody. If you have any questions, I'll try and follow, get over here and see what we got going on. So let's go to my YouTube channel first. Let's get to my YouTube channel right now. And by the way, just so you know, this is what's called the VIX index. It's the volatility index, okay? Take a look at how much it had spiked up there, okay? The volatility got real crazy, right here on Tuesday, August, and it was actually the day before that. It would have been Monday, August the 5th. See how volatile it was on Monday? You see that? Pretty crazy, huh? And so here we are now on September the 5th. We'll be here tomorrow. And the same crazy volatility spike. So I'm just showing you this, what's interesting about it, okay? It's like just this volatile market got a crazy volatile, and it was on a Monday, just like we witnessed here recently, just on a Tuesday. What was up with that? On a Tuesday, August the 6th. What was up with Tuesday, August 6th? And then what's up with Tuesday, August 3rd, or September 3rd and 4th? It's looking very similar here, folks. And so now what I want to do is I want to go over to the NASDAQ. All right, just give me a second. And I want to go to the NASDAQ right now. Boom. And I don't need futures. It's refreshes. Hey, by the way, folks, this is going to be green today, folks. This is the end of this monkeying around with this thing. All right, NASDAQ. I want to come over here, and I want to look back on the 1 month, August 5th, August 5th. There it was, folks. The big drop on the NASDAQ, August 5th. Boom, there's the takedown. Then a little rise, a head fake, a double, and then boom, take it down to the same level to acquire again, because they knew that this thing was going to go. And folks, this is what I'm telling you. I've seen this pattern many times, and you guys know this, and I show it to you all the time. When they see that they're getting a lot of resistance trying to run it up, they got a lot of pressure coming at it, they'll drive it down, but then you could see they were overcome by the pressure again, and they went, dang, this thing is going to go off. Let's go reaccumulate for the last time at the same number where we did. So there they did, the double T. And look how skinny that was and how quickly it was all sucked up. It was gone, folks, just like that. And look how cute the angle jumped after that was done. See how this was a gradual angle up, and then look how straight up it went off here. Boom. See that? And then it was off to the races, folks, and it's done nothing but be under bull control since then. So here we go again. Here we go again. Round 2, ladies and gentlemen. Just sit tight, okay? And this fall is not as acute as this. Is a very tapered, slow, gradual, manipulative, and it's right here at this cliff right here. This is where we're sitting right now. This is about the level where we are. And folks, we need to hold here, okay? And we need to see this thing turn off this number right now. And we will, I believe, okay? See it's down 98 right now. Let's just watch this real close here, folks. Just stick with me. Down 108 now. That's an interesting number. Down 108. Now down 105. Just going to watch this a second because I like that. There's 108 again. And it's sometimes it's good to look at SoFi and monitor what it's doing, but sometimes it's good to also take a look at the entire market to get an idea of what the whole market is doing. And right now, SoFi is going to go green, folks. SoFi is going green. Look at that, 1.8 million shares. So that's a nice number already here early. And 5 minutes in, good, very good volume coming in. And it feels green. It just feels like green is in its path, folks, in its future. Very green, I would say. Yep. Yeah, it feels good. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that it's going to be a green day. Yep. And SoFi is robbing customers from the big banks, folks. They had the most customer rise in customers here recently, and they have got literally billions of dollars right now that they're sitting tight on and have not been loaning out. And they're just waiting and waiting in the wings for that looming Fed rate cut. They're just waiting for that looming Fed rate cut, combined with the same time student loans needing being to pay back. They can lower interest. Feds lower the rates, and the student loans got to be paid back. The students come rushing through SoFi's doors, which are right here in their hand when their phone is opened up, and they go into SoFi and they start applications process for getting their student loans refinanced. And I've already seen commercials that SoFi has been running, everybody. It is exciting seeing them put those ads out there for the students. Have you seen any? Have you seen any of them? Let me get over here. I don't even have my YouTube page pulled up here to monitor what I'm doing over here, folks. I'm sorry. I'm slacking today. I'm slacking. I'm a slacker. I'm a lacquer. There we go. Now we got it up over here. And let's move this over here. Boom. It's in there. Boom. Close this out. Bye-bye. And we're off and running. Yes. I hope you like the thumbnail that I decided to put up today. I hope you find that appealing and it caught your attention. I'm not sure whether or not it did by others that are new to the channel, but I just wanted people to see what's been happening here with the SoFi lows. Is I think very important to take note of that these SoFi lows are getting higher and higher and higher. And thus is the reason for me putting up the thumbnail I did with the dates and then showing the numbers and then showing the increase. And I think that will get, that should get a lot of attention. People hopefully will go, holy cow, that what? I mean, that's a pretty good little headline there. And I think it might even be influencing the price as we speak. And folks, I honestly want you to know that I truthfully feel like if it wasn't for channels like mine, that SoFi's price, and like Hurricane Lopez, like Tevis, like Stock Goat, like Trending Stocks, Felix, I just can't imagine where SoFi's price wouldn't be without us here to support it and say, hey folks, they got this all wrong. This is all FUD. And I expose the fact that they're completely out of shares to borrow anymore to run the price down with, and then they call up 3 analysts and get them to downgrade, raising their target prices. That kind of stuff's important for people to know that. And I think it energizes people. FFIE at $5. Okay. Yep, I've got that on my radar this morning. You can bet I do. It's up here. It's up here, folks. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Okay, very good, honey bunny. Sweet. And ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. Thank you for letting me know. That's a very good heads up. And I have my sell orders in on this at $4.97, $4.98, $4.99. And I also have sell orders at $5.08, $5.11, $5.12, $5.13. And I will be completely out of FFIE if we see these numbers achieved. Congratulations, everyone. And I'm sorry that I didn't mention this earlier, but I've got some other things going on. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, but I already have them. Yep, FFIE, folks. And I want you to know I got a lot of shares of this, and you guys know it. I'm sitting on a lot of shares of FFIE. So this is very cool. And there we go. I'm out right there. I just got out at 508.
See, you wouldn't have heard them.
Yep, 511. Well, you didn't remind me or say anything, and I didn't open the curtain, but it's okay. You got them. There we go, folks. She's gone. 513, and I am out of this FFIE for every penny I put in it. Now I'm riding on house money, and for whatever price it gets to, I'm going to sell there in increments. 513, folks. Put in a buy order right now on this stock at 501. Put in 501, put in 498, put in 489. Please put in 489 right now, 501, 508. Buy orders. There you go. You just picked up a 508 right there. There's your 501. There's your 498. You got a 498, the three numbers I called. Here comes a 489. Right now, folks. 3, 2, 1. If we don't see 489, oh, there it is. You just filled at 489. Congratulations. Look at that, folks. You just sold at $5.13 where I asked you to put in your sell orders, and boom, you're back down and buying at that. Now watch it run. And folks, put in your sell orders now at 513. 516, 517, 518, and 519. 516, 17, 18, 19. And then your buy orders will go in after that at 508 again. So here comes 5, 17, 18, 19. And I think I just saw it already hit 516. But anyway, and congratulations, everyone, with FFIE. Good job. Wow, what a great day. What a great way to start off the day, huh? And there's your buyback on 489, where right there you could have bought it at 489 right then. It just filled back at 489, the number I called out. And now we're back over 5. There you go, 489. You could have picked that up right then. And now you're on the run, folks. We're going to go all the way up here to $5.20 before we stop, maybe 524. So you should put in right now 518, 519, 520, 521, 2. Put sell orders in all through there. It won't hurt you to do it, folks. It won't hurt you at all. And here they come right now. Here they come right now. Boom. You just filled at 518, 519, 520. And now you're going to put your buy order in at 511, please. Put your buy order in at 511, and even 508 should go in here right now. 511 and 508. And here it comes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 511, folks, should be there. 513 even at this stage if they can't get there. Here it comes. 511 and then 513 would be good. You're good. You got it. There you go. And here comes the 11. Oh, my God, it's gone. Holy smokes, did you see that? All right, folks. Next number I told you to sell was 531 and 533. You should have them on your sell list. You know what's neat about this? I'm just going to put my sheet up here and let you guys go along with it and see how well it works. The next number to sell is 531 to 533. You just got 531. You just sold 533. And the next number is 544. 544. Here it comes. Boom. You just sold at 544. Next is 547 to 550. Right here. All right. I think I just saw it hit that. Here it is, 547 to 550 is the next numbers you're selling at here, folks, if you're day trading with me. Here it comes right now. There it is, 547. You got out 550. Next one you're getting out at. Here, 554 and 555. And there it is. You just got out there. Now you're getting out at 564 and 569. And they've halted it. They've halted it, folks. They've halted it. Oh, my gosh. Woohoo! Holy smokes, they halted it up 61%, everyone. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Nice. Look at that. You shouldn't have put that out there, Xerox, and said your average, because they stopped it as soon as it got over that. Right there. You shouldn't have said that. You had to just break into the green, and then they said, oh, no. Hold on a minute here. Hold on. Oh, listen, folks. When I was buying this, I told you it looked as though it was being manipulated like crazy. And someone asked me, what should I do about CING right now? Folks, it's been manipulated. Be patient. This day will come with CING too. Don't get all fretty. And if you want to, sell a little bit of CING each and every day and move it over on a stock like this and make everything back. As long as you're on this channel, that's what's going to happen one day. You can take those losses if you have to take some. And you can also look into tax on washable trades. It's called a washout. Talk to your CPA about a washout sale, and because you can do that. Now, I advise, on the other hand, each day that stock you're holding that's been going down, just sell a little of it each day at the high, each time it gets up to its high, and move it over onto something like this, and you'll make it all back and more. You'll make it all back and more. All right? Yep. Yep. Just be patient with it, folks. These stocks, they get their days like this. You just have to be patient. Each one of these are big, high volatility stocks. As far as the news, I see no news other than yesterday's news. And this is common. This is just common behavior for these stocks. All right. And let's go look at some other ones. I am looking at LUMN, and I still just love this chart, even though they've been taking it down, stepping it down, stepping it down. Right now, this Lumen chart, folks, looks great. I'm just letting you know it does. And some of you might have gotten into some of this PDD. I see it's down a little bit here, but I'm still keeping an eye on it. I'm looking at several. SIFY was brought to my attention yesterday, and I said, well, watch it tomorrow and look at it get annihilated today. And there's your bottom. There it is, folks. There's your first bottom at 50 cents. SIFY, okay? And for this reason, and it being on my list, folks, I'm going to buy some of this right now. SIFY. And I'm going to buy it at this price right here whenever I get. And I'm going to weigh it in. I'm going to just get 100 shares. At whatever I get right here, because I like the look of that right there, that bottom. Now, they may double dagger this, folks. That's why I'm not getting any more. Market share. SIFY. And I'm going in at 50.86 price. And let's see what we end up getting on a market share buy here. And I thank you all for being here with me. This is definitely on my chart to be watching for a washout today. And there it is on 6 million shares. They washed it out. 6 million shares. 5052, okay? And I am in 5052. Thank you. 100 shares. Check that off. All right. Now, folks, be aware, they could double dagger this, and it looks like they are even right now. Trying to take it below here. I'm going to go in here at a 4, try 4.7 here. Actually, let's try 4.8. Let's try 48. That's a good number. I like that. And if they don't come after 48, then I'm just going to put another market share in now because I like in this 48 region. 26% down, folks. And I'm in. We'll see if we can pick up a 48. And if not, I'm going to go do a market right now again here. And I'm going to do another 100 here. Folks, this whole doggone market has been blown apart. Look now at the Dow, which has gone green. Look at the S&P, which has gone green. Okay? Look what the whole markets are doing, not just this one. 49.88. Thank you. How do they feel that my favorite number like that for me? That's just beautiful. And then I'm going to stop right there. You guys keep me informed. I want you to look at another one today. Someone mentioned this one yesterday, TRIB. And I know some of you guys have bought some of this TRIB with me. And I know it was down, but it's having a good little look this morning to it. So just be aware of that. Taking a look at some other ones here. Let me get up here. Holy FFIE. Yes, Satoru Makimoto. I'm telling you, it must be the Lucky Coaster. It's the Lucky Coaster from Satoru Makimoto. Yes, that's what it is. FFIE. Wait till you guys see Sofi do this same thing one day. It's going to blow your minds when it comes out. The announcement. Oh my God, I told you it was going to go today. I told you, folks, it's out of here. They've accumulated. They got all they could. And now she's running, folks. And watch how fast this goes to $8. And once it crosses over 8, watch how fast it goes to $9.20. Okay? This is going to be startling for the shorts, okay? In my opinion. Okay? This is going to be, shorts are going to be startled, okay? This is going to be the look on their faces. This is going to be their look, okay? That's going to be the shorts after this day is over. They're going to be, huh? Right? That's going to be them. And there'll be many more than just one of them, folks. And after Sofi a month from now is over $10 and on earnings day at 12, they're going to be like that. Not tomorrow, on earnings day. Yep. That's what they're going to be, folks, right there. What you see right there. That's going to be the shorts come earnings day, not tomorrow. And some of them will be like this even today after they see what happens here and witness it. Look at this thing go, folks. Look at it go. Look at them getting pulled off the line, folks. They are giving in. The shorts are weakening. This is obvious. Look at this thing go. What, are you going to put a halt on Sofi now at 7:59 and give the shorters a chance to cover for that? Get them a chance to load in a bunch of sell orders here? Baby, this thing's out of here. And I told you yesterday it was all MM. And I said to you, the Dow will be up 200, 300. The NASDAQ will be up 200, 300. There's going to be a little pullback early in the morning. And then these things are going to be off to the friggin' races, folks. And there it is. There it is. Absolutely called it. A teeny tiny pullback. You can't even see that, Ta. Can you see that? I mean, you can't even see that, man. That's like a, goodness gracious. There's nothing there. It just went Ta. It didn't even go ta. It just went ta, and then it was gone. Like a tater tot. A hot tater tot. It just moonshot. And they forgot all along what I'd said. I've been telling everyone the shorts were dead. I've been telling everyone they're out of gas. I told them they were offered shares for free but passed. They were offered shares to short and get paid to do it, and they passed on that. And yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, the shorts mysteriously returned nearly 1 million short shares shorted on that rundown. Huh. You mean they bought their way out and returned all their shares on that rundown yesterday? Is that what you're getting at? Absolutely. 940,000 plus shares, I believe it was returned yesterday. Go watch Trending Stocks and he'll quote it. You can hear what he said. I watch him every day. I like what he has to say. And folks, this thing is out of here, man. It's over, shorts. Dun, dun, dun. There you go, Sody Fodies. You shorters, you distorters of the truth. We're playing that song for you, Davy. It's the Davy motto. It's the Davy tune of the day. What am I going to call it? It's the Davy jingle. Davy, Davy Croc, king of the croc frontier. Davy, he's a Davy Croc, king of the wild frontier. Oh, yeah. It's Davy Croc, ladies and gentlemen, calling for a sell price of $4 on a skyrocketing stock that's leaving the charts, ladies and gentlemen. Here, we're going to play you the top 10 looking right now on the top of the charts. Let's take a look at the one day and see which one's holding the top spot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, surprise, surprise, NVIDIA tumbles and somehow or another money is flowing into Sofi. Here on the 1 year chart, let's get it on there and slap it on and let everybody take a look at it. Let them decide for themselves what's happening here on the 1 day. Let them be the ones who determine what is happening on the Sofi 1 day chart. And I can assure you that what you're looking at there now is not the Sofi 1 day chart. There it is. Look at this thing. This is the 1 day chart right now on Sofi. Look at it. They're showing you a chart that doesn't exist. We're going to have to change this. This is not reality, folks. This is not what's happening with Sofi on the 1 day chart as we speak. I do not know what Sofi Yahoo is up to, but this is not correct, okay? This looks like total BS information to me. The time it says is 10:28 in the morning. They are feeding you a line of BS. Here they are. They're showing you right now. There's the price, and they're showing you 10:28 a.m. I'm going to tell you that this is not correct. My guess is they have false information. Okay, the price is not at $7.40 or $7.44. This chart is absolute hack and sack. Okay, this is more like it, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. We finally now have the true data coming out. And look at that short eating porpoise. Look at the mouth on that thing growing right there. Wow. Look at the 45 gaping away from the 50-day. Look at the 10-day moving average just launching upwards. And ladies and gentlemen, now I present to you the 1 month Sofi chart. And I want you to bear witness to what is called a triple upside crossover in the forming right now. And I want you to see that it's no coincidence that as soon as that 10-day moving average got down here just below the 45 and 50, everyone started to buy in. And I want to make sure you understand, looking at this 1 month, that we are now about to bounce off this resistance line, which previously was resistance to the upside. One time there, one time there. Now it's become resistance to the downside. You see that? 2 times now downside resistance, but the blue 45 is leaving the gold 50-day, and that is a very good sign. Let's move over here instead of 1 day intervals to 4-hour intervals, and let's look at this chart now. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look how they tried to just close its mouth. Look how they tried to close the porpoise's mouth right there with those red candlesticks. Boom, boom, boom. They took 3 shots at the porpoise, but the porpoise is too strong. And look at its blue 45 here change. Look at the 10-day, and get ready to see this 10-day move this way, folks, up over my trend line. And then this is going to follow it too. I do believe this is the case. I could be completely wrong, but I do not think so. I do not believe that. I do not. Oh my gosh. By the way, AIRI, ladies and gentlemen, this thing was up last night in the after hours, and they tried to drive it down just then, and it's turned, and you might want to get some of that. I'm looking at ASST today, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of you bought this stock and are holding this stock, and it's up 42% to people. 42%. ASST. All right. Now, I know some of you were buying this stock with me when it was in the 330. Folks, I want you to know I just got a phone call. I want to make sure you can still hear me. Is the volume still there? And I want to thank you all for holding off on hitting the like button, but it's 10 o'clock now, and at 10:08 and 48 seconds, let's hit it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press that like button right there at 10 and 48 seconds. I would appreciate it. Look at this, folks. ASST crossing over back off $3 and bouncing right off of $3 and rising on up 49%, and it just bounced off three just like a freaking rubber bouncy ball, like those little rubber balls you used to get from the 5 and dime, folks. It bounced just like one of those with the little sparklies all in it. Look at it bounce. Boing. ASST says, I'm out of here, heading for 4. Catch you guys later. Yep. And Sofi's going to say the same thing, folks. It's going to bounce right off this line and manipulation effort. It's just going to bounce right off 750 and keep going higher. It's not going to go down, folks. This is ridiculous that they think they're going to make this price drop today. Come on, man. No. It isn't going to happen, folks. You're going to see a few more little red candlesticks here, and then the big ones will come in and buy it up when they drive it down. We're over here. Here's your first tie right there, folks, and here's your second right here. Right? Exactly. Watch how fast this is bought up compared to that. You can see how quickly it was bought up here the last time. Look at that huge candlestick that came in. Boom. Watch it come again right now. Watch this, another big green one right here at this bottom. The same level. Right there. Same level as we were just then at 5:30 p.m. yesterday. Boom. Bounced off of it big time this morning, and it's going to bounce off of it again right now. The exact same number. Watch it happen. I call it, folks. I'm calling a big bounce off here, just like the rubber ball you're seeing. And now we're going to get over here and check out FFIE. We're looking at FFIE, and folks, it is looking good. And they, after the halt, pulled it down to one of their favorite numbers to buy, 584 and 588. And they got it at 588. And now she's gone, folks. And congratulations if you own FFIE. And you should have already sold some there at the 588. And then as it rose, you should have sold some at the 597, 98, 99. And you should have sold some when it broke over to the high of the day. And you should have been, if you were following along on my piece of paper and had your sell orders, you would have sold all the way up to 648. 648. And I tell you to have sell orders at 647, 648, 649, and 650. Yep. Look right here on this piece of paper, and it says 47, 48, 49, and 50. Sell there, folks, and buy back as low as 31 and 33. So you can see where it is now. The high was 648, folks, and now it is at 568, down 80 cents off that high. But now you know why I tell you to sell at these numbers, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Put your sell orders there. Put them there. And now you're buying back 80 cents less. Nice. One of these days, you guys, it'll all come together for you, and you'll go, man, I need to just go by that piece of paper. I just need to go by what it says. Make a lot of money doing it, folks. FCUV was up last night in after hours, and it was actually, I gained when it closed yesterday. The stock was up and closed yesterday at 26. It closed yesterday at 30.28. It closed at 30.28, and it was up 12%. And then they bashed it in after hours and dropped it 12% in after hours, back down to 26.59 in after hours. There it was. You can see it right there, after hours, 26.59. And the doggone stock was up yesterday 12%, and they ran it down 12% in after hours. So they're going to take it down 12% now and then run it up 12% in after hours today? Is that the opposite of the game? Is that what they're doing? Could be. By the way, congratulations to those of you who sold GDC with me yesterday and made a very, very, very sweet profit. Went over onto one of the highest gainers we've had this month. And now it's only down 3% from there, and that might be the very bottom. Look at all those head fakes, though. Look at all those head fakes. Look at them all. Oh, my God. Look at that thing. That looks like a doggone a knife that you use for a serrated knife for drywall right there. Almost. Look at that thing. One head fake there, two head fakes there, three head fakes right there, four head fakes there, it's on its fifth head fake now. Wow. GDC, folks, don't get in yet. We're watching it, though. The volume is only 133,000 shares on it, folks. Meanwhile, my Lumen is looking good today. Congratulations if you picked up some of that because of the chart formation I showed you on this. This chart formation looks very good on this stock. And if you look at the 1 year, it's starting to climb right now. That 10-day is moving on the 1 year, and that's good. The pitch is good on that. The pitch is good on it. And again, I'm having trouble with the 1 day charts on Yahoo. This is not a 1 day chart we're looking at that we're trying to get to load up. There's the day, and it's got a crossover. There's the 10-day crossing over the 200-day moving. There's the 45 and 50 crossed over just then. At 10 o'clock, folks, a golden crossover on Lumen on the 1 day chart. Yep, that is a good sign right there, folks. Very good for those of you that came in on this stock, and a good place to pick some up, by the way, in most cases. Okay, on a triple crossover. Now, it's only on a 1 day. It's not a long term, and that happens fairly often, and sometimes they'll drive it right back down below it. But that's a good signal right there on Lumen right now, just so you know. A triple upside crossover on the 1 day chart. Look at Sofi, though. Green, and I told you, today it's going to be green. Today it's going to be a green day for Sofi as they continue to rob the big banks' customers, stealing them away to a bank that's open 24/7, 365 days a year. 5 o'clock in the morning, open. 6:01 p.m., open. Monday through Friday, there's no 9 to 5-er here. This is a whenever to whenever. Okay? Sofi, always. That's what their slogan should be. Sofi, open, always. Always open. That's right. There's no getting upset and getting hyped up in traffic trying to get down to the bank before they close the doors. Oh, my gosh, ladies, we got to get down there before 6. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, we got a flat tire. What? Oh, the day's destroyed. And not with Sofi, folks. It all happens right there in the palm of your hand. Like I said, Sofi, easy peasy chimpanzee. As we look at the price now, reaffirm. I'll call this a reaffirmation of people's belief in this stock. And the volume has jumped to 6.5 million shares of people who believe. Sofi, it's an act of faith. Right? Sofi, you have to go on your instincts, and you have to be. FFI is still under its high. I know. Should have sold FFIE. No. Don't worry. You're in a double leg now, right now. All right? This is a double leg here. This thing's going up over your price. Sit tight and you hold on. It's going over where you got in. All of you are going to profit, my friends. Listen to me. I'm not pretending. This story's not ending here. I fear for the shorts. I'm here to report that 623, we all may soon see that it quickly will flee past that number. Oh, yes, that number in slumber, who thinks all is peaceful, will soon see that this thing is going to come unglued. Now, I want you to be aware as well that the numbers between where we are and 648, which was the day's high, they're already all gone, folks. Anyone that would have sold between there has already vacated that space. And now there is a large gap between this number where we are now and that number of $6.48. And I say this to you because you guys have seen me call this out before. When they run a price down, you've seen me tell you, look, that all in between there is gone now. That's just a big gap there. And watch how fast now it climbs when it heads back up. Watch how quickly it runs through those numbers, because they've already been vacated. Those have all been worked through. That field's been plowed, folks. It's already, the pathway's been cleared. Okay. So now I'm suggesting to you that since we've already seen this number and all the way up to 80 cents or a dollar higher, that pathway has now been cleared out. They've rinsed it out, they washed it out, they rinsed it out, and now my belief is, and I could be completely wrong, but I believe this is going to turn, and I think it will quickly go beyond where it was for right here. It's showing the price of 628 at 10:58 this morning. And I think it'll go past that now. And I think it will quickly happen. And I could be completely wrong, but let's just bear witness to it and see what happens with it and tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong, because I think I'm right. Yeah, somebody says, got it at 49. Excellent. Yeah, Money Mar is right. Hold on here, or add to your position here, because this thing looks to me like it's doing that now. They're just adding here. They're just adding to their positions. And believe me, when you look at a chart that shows that much right there to run it down, they want it in. They want it in. And here's your double tie right now. Here's your last chance, folks, to get this right here. This is your double T, double D, double T. And since I already got a lot of shares here, I'm going to go ahead and go in for some more right now, folks, on 9-4. I am that sure of it that it's going to go back up. I'm going to buy it right now. FFIE. Market share. And let's just put in 549 till those are gone. Let's put in 549 till there's no more at that number. And we'll do 50 there. All right. And we're going to go in at $5.49. And the next number that we're going to put in here on this is going to be 552 right now. $5.49, $5.52. And now we're going to put in $5.54. So we're doing $5.49, $5.52, $5.54, and $5.49 is in. Write this down on paper, folks. If you're not confident and you're a little worried, just write it down that I just went in at 552 and I'm going in at 549, 554. 554 is going to be next. I'm not even going to put in the 552 here because that's over with. But I might get, oh my gosh, this thing's going quickly here, folks. Well, I told you it would. This is pretty much what I just told you would happen here. And there is a lot of movement here, folks. Just do a market share, and we're going to do market now. And I got those lower orders in, but I'm going to do a market here and make sure I catch this before it takes off out of here like crazy. $563. Okay, my first entry for that, $563. All right. And I've got orders at 554, 552, 549. Hey, look at that. They just came down and filled all of them. Boom, boom, boom. All of those 50 share orders just filled. Man, they wanted 544, folks. I should have been even more aggressive. They wanted that 544 for the last time, I guess. Now you know why I tell you to put them in there, too, at the 44. Well, I got 549. And there it is again, 544. I'm just going to drop that in because they obviously, that's the number they want. Oh, boy. Look here, we're going to get even a better buy here, maybe 533, 531, or 533. And I'm going in here for a market share again right now. There it is, 533, and here comes 531. And I'm in. And I'm in on this FFIE right here, and I just filled that $5.41. So I want to thank you very much, whoever did that. 50 shares. And all those orders filled. It's beautiful. And keep in mind, folks, this thing is still up 56%. And I'm looking for 544. Thank you very much. $30 million shares traded, folks. This is big volume here. Oh, yeah. Come on at it. $533, folks, is always a good number to buy in. $531. If they're taking it down to that number, if they're taking it down, if they're running it up to that number, you want to sell 531, 532, 533. And it's done. Nice. All right. Let's try 538. And we're in. Trying 538 going in on this. There's a lot going on here, folks, right now. This thing's cooking. A lot of volume. You kidding me? 538, come on. Please. That's a lot of ticking going on not to get to that 538 right here. There he goes. 533 just filled. Good. Well, they like 533 and 531 for a bottom often, folks. It's true as can be. And 528 is not a number that they want. They want 524, or they're going to go down all the way to 513 here, 514. They want 524, though. There it is. Now it could come all the way down. Oh, look at that thing. Whew. Goodness gracious. 528, 530. 533 again. Boy, a lot of volume coming right there. 533, 534, 539. Goodness gracious. I'm going in again here, folks. She's ready now. Right, and she just got picked at that drop there. That's the drop before the pop, in my opinion. And I'm in at 533. Because they'll get it there again. Or maybe they won't. Maybe that was definitely it. Yep. Well, she's gone, folks. Well, congratulations. Those are some good buys right there. I applaud you for keeping your eye on it. And if you were picking up some shares with me right there, those are some very good buy orders to get in there. 541, 533, 549. I've even got 552. So I got higher. I started at 554. Well, those are some good buys at 533, folks, and 531. You had to know that. You've been on this channel a long time, and you know numbers that they like to achieve and get to, and that is certainly one of them. So I'd like to commend you for, I guess, getting some shares with me right there. I don't know whether you did or didn't, and I commend those of you that are here just to learn and write down these numbers that I suggest on paper. You can see, you know what's going on paper and how it works out. Okay. And obviously, our bread and butter stock is Sofi. As you can see, it is green, as I told you it would be today. And I also proclaimed that all the markets were going to be green today after a shakeout this morning. It is almost 10:30. You can see the Dow is in fact up 94 points, as I predicted it would be today, and higher. The NASDAQ is also going to be green here today. The Russell will be green. They'll all be mysteriously green after this little shakeout this morning. And I called that. I said, we're going to see a little more red rampage in the morning, and it'll all be over. And then everything will turn and start going up. And I called that yesterday, and I'm looks to me like 100% correct. And right now I'm going to be looking at the NASDAQ, as you can see, just to see what they're playing with in the way of numbers and what they're trying to achieve, if they are doing any. And it's down 66. What do you know? It's down exactly 66 points right now. And you can see that it went up here, and then they pulled it right down to the lovely 666 number that they're trying to do right now. It's just a little wiggly worm, the 666 worm game. And I'm just showing it to you, folks, so that you're aware of it. That it exists everywhere. And there it is again. And it's a good place for you to understand that there are certainly some odd coinky-dinkies that happen very often in the marketplace. And that was one of them. Just to see that just then, and then to see how they, from that number, decide to try to take it back down. But I'm here to tell you, it just blew past that 6-6 there like it wasn't even there. And look at it go now. Nice. Here they come, folks. So that might have been the signal right there. They might have had that all designed to get it a 6-6 number, 666 down. And then that's their cue. And they go, all right, we did it, guys. Here, ching, ching. That's all. Pop out the champagne. We got it down 666. It was perfect. We did it. And now it's going to turn and go green, green, green. Now, I could be wrong, but let's just watch it. Look at it now, only down 51. It's regained 16 in 1 minute's time, folks. Interesting, huh? And I just show people this all the time so they can kind of be, oh, wow, really? Yeah, that's right. They just had it down 666, folks, and now it's down only 51, and soon going to be in the 40s. Watch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump down to 47, 48 here. Oh, come on, bring it, shorts. Stop this run while the Dow is up 100 points right now. And look at the S&P, folks. It just went green. And I predicted that as well. It just went green. And they're trying to do the same thing to it. They're just trying as hard as they can. Here, this was just green. You can clearly see that. And the MMs are just trying so hard. And it is green right now, folks. It just went green. There it is. Boom. How do you like that? Beautiful. Beautiful to see. And I am going to commend everyone who stuck with it yesterday and didn't freak out and understood that what I was saying was true. It was just a fleecing, folks. And look at it now. It's only down 46. The NASDAQ's only down 46 now. And watch how fast it jumps to only down 40. And then down 35. And then suddenly up 10. And then up 13. Watch it go, folks. 666 down, now 46 down, now 44. Here comes 38. Oh, yeah. Watch it keep going. Next, 39, 38. It's all in our future, folks. A green future is coming this afternoon, in spite of their efforts to try to hold it back. And you can definitely see how many times they've tried now. Once, twice, third time's the lady, babies. Yep, this is the third time, folks. The triple ta. And then it's ta-ta time. Yep. Just letting you know, folks, in case you're not watching all of the market and just watching Sofi. It's easy to get caught up on just one stock sometimes, but you need to look at everything. AIRI was green, now pulling back a little bit. ASST, how about that, folks? It came alive again. AUUD down 11% today. I'm glad I did not buy any more of that. I bought some shares of that yesterday, and I think some of you might have got some a little bit with me too, but thank goodness it was metered. We didn't go in heavily. But there's a double tie on that too. Boom, right there. At a much higher level than the first one's down here. A lot of games played right there, and then the second one, resistance right there, is not bad, folks. Good place to maybe make an entry. Someone told me about this late yesterday afternoon, and I checked it out. It was up in the after hours, but down slightly now. ACHR is moving. Okay. You guys, I'm not looking at all your stocks. I apologize. ACHR, come on in here, take a look. Okay, good. Good, that looks good. Yeah, that chart looks good. However, I would sell at 348, 349, 350. I just would. My gut instinct would tell me to sell some there at 348, 349, and 350. My next sellers would be in place at 355. Then after that, 364, 65, 66. Then after that, 376, 377. After that, 384, 386, 87, 88, 89, and 390. Those are my sell orders on it, if you're doing it. Oh, look at that. FFIE. Good deal. I just got through buying it at $5.33, $5.49, and it's at $5.88. What do you know? Look at these buys, folks, that I just made. There it is right there. At 10:15 a.m. Nine, 4, buy. How you like that? Anybody else pick up those? Money Mar, good deal, good deal, good deal, but that's not a one-day move. Sofi is definitely going to the 12s. Yes, Jacob Patton. Raccoon TV, it could hang out here for a couple days, though. It will definitely rise by the earnings. Yep, end of month. With the news, we've all had the news to come. Yes, ORKA. Thank you, JP Panic. ORKA. Let's go look at it. ORKA. JP Panic, man. Orca. Wait a minute. Did I read that backwards? Is my reading wrong? ORKA. Clove. Oh, goodness. Catfish. Caps. Okay. Therapeutics. Okay. All right. But it is at its peaked here, and that volume is non-existent. There's only 2,000 shares traded on that stock, and that's the kind I can't flirt with those. Those are not in my comfort range. Too easily, very easily manipulated, and so those I have learned to be caution about, wary of. Now I see too. Look how easily it has been manipulated there. Whew. Goodness gracious. The only consoling part of it is that it only fell to there, which is halfway in between here and there. Halfway point. And I do like to buy at those points. I'll tell you that right now. And that's where it is right there. So you might be in the green. That's the only, that's the good part about it, folks. All right. If anything, but be careful with that one. Be careful. Very low volume, folks. Very, very low. All right. But thank you for throwing that one out for consideration. Paul, Clove. Wiza. Sean, first we'll do Wiza. We've invested in this and made money on it in the past. Goodness gracious. Well, you don't want to necessarily buy it here. Now, I see that it is a double, but folks, you have to be cautious here. 63 million. What's the catalyst? 6 hours ago, Technologies executes 210 million definitive agreement to purchase assets, including high performance computing. Well, be careful. Be careful on that formation right there. I do like it a bit. It's bouncing off a 2 here. Six-month chart. Oh, man, this is their salvation, though. This thing has just been getting completely trounced. And to be honest with you, folks, just from looking at this chart, I'd sell this at 233 and 231 and 233 if I bought this. See that? 230. Sell it just under 2. It probably was 231 or 233 that day. If you get in here and it continues to run, those are your numbers to get out, right? I'll just give you that much guidance on it. Be one to watch for tomorrow to get washed out. We'll do a Wiza 9.5 buy. Wiza up 48%. Yep. Volume 63 million. Average volume 1.1 million. And the high was 250. Days ranged. High 250. Whew. Is that true? Oh, no. That's not good, folks, for some of those people. High was 250. Whew. Yikes. So it was up way more than 48%. Nice. Probably more like about 60% was where it was up. All right. Well, that's a good one to keep an eye on, folks, but I would not be a buyer here at that number. We'll wait until tomorrow, please. And the catalyst was 210 million purchasing assets. All right. Thank you for telling me about that one. I appreciate it. That's a good one to catch. You say FFIE will run today. Wait. Raccoons TV, I think Sofi hit today is in the after hours. Hits 8 today or in the after hours. Okay. That's a big call, man. I'd love to see that, Jacob. I don't have time to paper trade. I have a bunch of kids. LOL. SIFY, double the average volume. SIFY. I have it on my chart. And there it goes, folks. There it goes. SIFY. And it could be taking off here, folks. Double the average volume to get it down 13%. Whew. Somebody wanted in, and look at those. Look at that total recall set there. Man, after that total recall, it was gone, folks. And they even tried to shake them out again right there. Whew. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I bought this at $49.88 a share and 50.52. Yep. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for telling me about that one. Yes, Raccoons TV. Yes. Yep. Good morning, Tony. Hey, and welcome to the channel, Raccoons TV. SIF. Good morning. Yep. BFLY. Okay. Raccoons SIFY. Yep. BFLY. All right. Thank you for telling me that. J Martinez, BFLY. And I'm sorry it's taken me a long time to get around to these calls, but folks, I'm trying to cover everything and all this data and trying to do the best I can. And oh my gosh, look at that thing skyrocketing now, up 23% of a pullback. I'm sorry I missed it right there at 10:30. The algorithm sure did run it down at 10:30 though. I'll take a stab at this. BFLY. Now, normally, folks, just so you're aware of this, I wouldn't buy here. I'd be telling you to sell here at 147, 148, 149, and 150. You sell there. This is not where you normally buy. What's the news that's making it run up? Insiders pour $1 million+ into these two stocks 28 minutes ago. Okay. Well, as you'll see, I normally tell you to sell at 147, 148, 149, and 150. I want to see what it does there. And I'm going to put a buy order in on it at 145 now. And I'm going to try it right there, 145. Because see, once they see it start to break away, folks, they will just dump so many shares and just drive that thing down to 144 in a heartbeat, folks. So I've got a buy order at 145, and now I'm going to come in at 146. And I want you to see something, folks. I want you to see what I'm saying is true. Usually it's best to sell at 147, 148, 149, and 150. Just play the odds. You're up 25%, folks. There you go. You just got out at 150, and you're going to buy back now at 144 or 145, 9 times out of 10. You'll buy back at 144 or 145, 9 times out of 10 from 150. And I could be wrong, but you'll bear witness to it whether I am or not here in just a second. You'll all get to see it. TRIB, that was certainly worked down just then so someone could get in. Look at that big, huge red candlestick right there. TOVX, look at that thing got beat down. I have this on my list for a reason. It was up big time, folks, and it's down now almost 20%. They're trying to trigger stop losses, and they were trying to get it down to 331 or 333 here, TOVX. They're trying for 333 or 331, or they may even be trying for 313 for all I know. Just keep your eye on that. WTO, wow, down 10%. Wow, what in the world is going on with that, Lynn? Whew, Ike. Yike. ACHR, there it is, trying to eclipse 350, and if it doesn't, it's going to be a buy on this. The same number you should buy at 344 and 345. All right? ACHR. But again, you should be selling there at 347, 348, 349, and 350. And now watch your buyback at 344 to 345. Maybe. It could happen. Meanwhile, look at Sofi, folks. Holy smokes. Talk about moving. Talk about moving. Let me move this down here. I got to get these things situated. I got things all out of order. ACHR. It says DAZ. AZTR's gone green. BITF is gone green. Everything's going green, everyone. Everything's going green, as I told you it would. Just a big old fat mystery how that's happening. Take a look at every one of them, folks. Look at the S&P 500 now. Look at that thing booming off. Look at the Dow up 137. Look at the NASDAQ, green as can be. Look at the Russell, freaking green. Called it. Called it yesterday 100%. Absolutely beautiful to see them shake everyone out like that. Run the price down. Look at Sofi. She is gone, folks. She's headed for 8. Someone called it even by the end of the day that we were going to be over $8, and I believe it's highly possible. And I believe it could jump to 9 from there very quickly, folks. Folks, I have a chart right here for those of you that are new to the channel that shows that there is a big gap up here above where we're about to pop above, okay? Pop above. Doop, 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 doo, da, doop, doop, doo. Pop above.
Running some errands.
Okay, beautiful. Ooh, hi.
See ya.
See you later, alligator. And after a while, crocodile. Yeah, I'll see you later, alligator. And after a while, crocodile. Look at that thing running up, folks. Look at the 10-day just snap right there on this long-term chart. Look at that this morning, 9:30. Look at the 10-day. I think we're going to go this way. Yeah, let's run up this way. Let's run up this way. Yep. Let's just go this way real quick. Look, folks, here's the thing about a 10-day moving average. It's supposed to be smooth. It's not supposed to be abruptly changing like that. And so see how it's supposed to be nice and smooth like that? See how curvy it is? Here it is. There's the 10-day, the purple line. See how nice and smooth and curvy, and it just lolly-laws along. Doody-doody-da-dee-da. Downy-downy, uppity-up, and just nice and smooth. It's the 10-day long-term average, folks. Smooth as silk, right? Just nice. Oh, uh-oh. What the? It's a short-eating porpoise, my friends. Oh, look at that. You cannot pretend it's not a short-eating porpoise, because it is, all my friends. You can see it there. Look at here. Look at that. Do, 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 do. There it is, a short-eating porpoise, my friends. Look at that blue 45 jumping off the gold 50-day now. Look at the 10-day moving average. Sheepers, creepers, holy peepers. Coming to the 5-day now, ladies and gentlemen. 5-day. Going to change it from the 5-minute increment up at the top right interval. We're changing that and going to make it 1 minute. We're going to look at the 5-day chart, 1 minute, and it is indeed, ladies and gentlemen, there she goes, Sofi, breaking over the 200-day moving average, and she's off to the moon. The current price, the 45 and 50 and 10-day crossover. It's a golden crossover on the Sofi chart. Look at it bounce off the 45 there, bounce off the 45, bounce off the 45, bouncing, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy Sofi. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It's the bouncy Sofi syndrome. Yes, witness it if you will. Sofi. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Huh. What do you know? Look at that thing, folks. Look at it bounce. I mean, folks, it's beautiful. It's absolutely a freaking beautiful sight. It looks like this, folks. That's what it looks like. Boing. There it is, folks. Sofi. bouncy. It's bouncing right now, folks. It is bouncing as we speak. I say bounce, bounce. Oh, yeah, it's a bounce, a bounce, a bouncy stock. The Sofi is very, very bouncy today. Don't you think so, everybody? The bouncy ball is a bouncy tennis ball today. I'm doing my best to try my friends, the German that I speak to at time to time. The bouncy Sofi and green, green, green. Ah, yes. Verde. The color today, verde. En ustedes hablar español, color por hoy es verde, verde, verde. Et si c'est possible que tu parles français, le couleur pour aujourd'hui, c'est vert. Oui, oui, oui. And it's possible that you speak English. The color is green. So now you guys know how to say that in Spanish and in French. Hoy, color es verde. That's Spanish. Aujourd'hui, la couleur, c'est vert. Comprendre? Vous comprenez? Ah, yes. Tout le monde peut comprendre la langue de français. Yes, Pedro, hello. Welcome to the tank. I didn't see you sneak in here an hour ago or two. I just saw now. I'm looking back and whoa, somebody came in. Zinteshi, thank you for the donation of $10. Good call on ASST, Cat. Thanks. You're very welcome. Congratulations. Cha-cha-cha-ching. Cha-cha-cha-ching, ching-a-ling, ching-a-ling, ching, ching. You can ring the bell, ching-a-ling, ching, ching. You can say it all weekend. Everybody sing, ching, 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 ching. Ah, yes, ching, ching. Oh, yes, everyone. It's a ching, ching, ring, and we can sing. We sing, ching, ching, and we ring, ring, ring. Ha ha. Did everybody bring your own ringer? Now in German, das Fahrrad las Grund. Ah, die Farbe ist grün. Ah, there you go. The color is green in German. Thank you. De couleur is green. Green. I like this. Ah, Juga Yonsa Shirluso. Someone is speaking Mandarin. The color is green. Thank you, everybody. Come on in with your green machine and tell us how to say it in your language. Oh, yes, everyone. La couleur, c'est vert maintenant. El color es verde. Yes, and we're learning in multiple languages how to speak on this course. This is just part of being a regular member. You don't even have to pay membership for this kind of entertainment value and educational level. We bring it free. We bring it all to you absolutely free here on this channel. There is no charge for this free educational information. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see what I posted today is this thumbnail for everyone to see. And I want to thank you all for being here with me to witness this phenomenon. And today is a perfect example of this continuing to happen. Do you like that headline I put up today for this thumbnail? Look at that, lows rising. And I showed them the date on December 7th, 22, 424. 4/15/23. That's a long time, folks. A year to go up freaking 21 cents. A whole year to go up 21. And then boom, we jump up in a year and 4 months again, but it's a much bigger jump to 601, folks. And then the next one that we just saw, a low of 718. And now the low yesterday, 748. I think that's impressive, folks. I think Sofi is doing very well, and this illustrates it very well, this thumbnail. Okay, and I hope you like the time and effort I put into that, because I think it shows everybody very solidly, and the arrow is up, and that's where she's going today. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. And she is going to continue this course. There's absolutely nothing that can be done to stop it now. And as I said to you before, the interesting thing is there was no fear selling yesterday, because if they had been selling in fear, they would have done that 3 weeks ago when the price was $6 a share. Man, I am loving seeing this price at 772, and it's a scorching running stock price on low volume. We've only got 10 million shares here, folks, but we will probably see again over 40 million, and I've already told you that's going to be the kiss of death for the shorts in the end. In the long run, volume will be the monitor. The volume is going to be the biggest player, all right, in this price rise. If we see this volume continue, if we keep seeing institutions buying in like crazy, like they've been doing lately, folks, there's nowhere for this to go but up. And I keep showing you, and every time I show you this institutional ownership chart, it rises. It just keeps going up. And the gap over here just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You see how it was barely rising and barely rose and then barely rose and barely rose and barely rose. Then this got a little bit more and then it barely rose. Then it accelerated. Then it accelerated more. Now it's in an acceleration phase, folks. This thing is accelerating. The momentum is behind it. The wave is forming. This is the wave. This is the wave right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the wave. And I have news for you, everyone. Right now, this is really the situation for the shorts. They're coming off their board. Ladies, it's the Sofi wave, and the shorts are right here. You see that? That's shorty right there. And I got news for you. Once he's off the board, and he's into the rough surf, and he skins his face on this shallow bottom, and his nose starts to bleed, and his forehead too, because I've done it myself. See, down here in front of the wave, this water here is about a foot deep because it's all being drawn into this. And when you get thrown into that right there, folks, it is pain, and it is blood shed, okay? And that blood then gets trickled into the water, ladies and gentlemen. And shortly after that, and I use the word shortly here because it's appropriate, then in come Sofi sharks. And ladies and gentlemen, it's danger, danger, danger time. Once they come off that board and they're in the suds, folks, here they come. And they're coming for some vital organs, and they love that area that's so unprotected and so tender and delicious. It's time to think hot dogs, armor hot dogs. What kind of sharks like armor hot dogs? Short dogs, skinny dogs, little tiny dogs. These are big old sharks, and they are like hot dog sharks. Oh, hot dogs. Who likes hot dogs? The kind sharks like to bite. And ladies and gentlemen, this is purely for entertainment value purposes only. I hope that you understand there's nothing really malicious meant here. This is just a joke. We're just, clowning around, having a little fun here on the channel like we tend to do from time to time. It's time for you all to realize that this is the sun is rising on Sofi with the price, folks. And look at that thing just aggressively say sayonara. Look at the Dow now up 178 points that I think I absolutely called. I called this, people. Yesterday, you heard me shouting it out again at the top of my lungs, and now there is a golden cross on the doggone chart. There is a doggone golden cross formed on the Dow Jones Industrial, and I told you that this was going to happen yesterday. I completely called it out. I said this was BS, everything was running down on NVIDIA's great earnings call, but they were trying to convince everyone that NVIDIA was the cause of the fall. And ladies and gentlemen, NVIDIA wasn't the cause at all. They were. They were. They were. They were. And I bought NVIDIA yesterday at 108 a share, and you witnessed it. So there you go, everyone. Yep. And today, the open was at 105. I should have gotten more, but I'm glad that I'm making money on it now. And I'm going to tell you, folks, I told you that this was all a shenanigan yesterday, all a bunch of smoke and mirrors. And look at this Dow now. Look at it. Just look at it. And I told you it would just be a big, fat freaking mystery as to why. I wonder why this is happening. Let's go see what they spun the board on Yahoo today and decided. Why is this running up now? Come on, Yahoo, tell us. Job openings fall to lowest levels since January 2021. Well, maybe that's because all the students are starting to go out and get jobs now to pay off their student loans. So they're starting to fill the positions that I told you they would. All the job openings fall to lowest level. Job openings fall because the job openings are being taken on by students now that have to pay on September 30th. So this falls right in line with my belief. Nothing surprising there. Stocks turn green as tech bounces back. Huh? Why? Why is tech bouncing back? Because you ran it down yesterday? Is that why? What's the reason for this mysterious tech bounce back? Isn't everybody still scared about the jobs report that came out today that said that the openings fall to the lowest level? Isn't that scaring the shit out of them all? I mean, isn't that just scaring everyone to death? Excuse my language. Isn't it browning up the pants of the shorts? I mean, golly, I think so. I think I think they cannot believe their eyes to see that what I've been telling them all along. And you know what? I had a naysayer come onto the channel the other day and he said in the comments to me, well, I have to hand it to you. It looks like you were right. Yep. Yep. Okay, let me get up here and read what everybody say. Clove, they're taking it to 3, says Paul. Okay. I did a look at it earlier, but I'm going to move some things around here. I've got stuff all out of whack here. WISA should be way down here. TWCEFGLMNP. B's way out of line. Butterfly, folks. Butterfly, QRST. Folks, this thing is looking good. It went over 150. And you guys heard me say I'm going to buy this, and I put in buy orders at 145 and 146. I put my buy orders in at 145 and 146, and it dropped all the way down to 140.50. It dropped all the way down to 140.50, folks. And even right here, when it was there, it dropped back to 147, and now she's gone. And I like this stock here going off of that number. That was good. All right, let's move over. CING, there you go. There you go. She's about to start her path to green. CING. And then, you know how this thing's been manipulated around so much, folks. Just watch and be careful. This thing could go, especially since they didn't hold it at 688, which I'm sure they would love to have done to hold it at 688. EBS, folks. Somebody told me about this, and I picked up a little of this EBS the other day. And I bought this at 843 and 842. And I need this thing to go, man. This has got me killed here. I don't remember who told me about EBS, but yike. BNRG. What is going on with BNRG, ladies and gentlemen? BNRG. Oh, look at that. Nice. There she goes back up. And those buys made on BNRG that I made were not good. That they were at $2.28. I bought some of that. And that was hey, JP, what's happening with this thing, man? We need it to go back up. So good today that it's starting to recover. But they got it in a little valley here. This is the triple time. 1 ta, 2 ta, 3 ta, and ta 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 is what I say, and I could be wrong. Once, twice, 3 ta's a lady. So that's the reason, folks. Job openings fall to the lowest level, and on the news of it actually falling, the Dow mysteriously launches into nowhere land, just like I told you it would. Yep. I love it when I call out things like that and they happen exactly the way I tell you they will. It really almost makes it seem like I know what I'm talking about, doesn't it? Yeah, it almost seems like it isn't all just pure luck. It really does seem like I know what I'm talking about when I tell you yesterday, don't worry, you'll see the Dow up 300 points tomorrow and the NASDAQ will be up 150 to 250. And look at it now. Just look at this stupid thing. And look at it gaping away here, man. They're getting in, folks. Well, here's what I told you yesterday, folks. The money has been flowing into the market. Even on yesterday's rundown, the money flow was hugely in. I tried to show you all that. And I tried to show you, folks, they're buying these shares now. They're fooling everyone. Take a look at the input today. It's 18% higher today, even on the New York Stock Exchange. The money flow here, folks, is over the last 5 days, a 20% rise in money into the market. Volume levels have been rising. And I told you this yesterday, folks. I told you that they were buying all these shares while they ran it down yesterday. And they're doing it now even more. They're coming in now to keep pushing it on up, folks. This has been an incredible week for the market volume-wise coming in while the price mysteriously fell yesterday. And that's the biggest thing I pointed out to you yesterday. I kept telling everybody, don't be fooled. I told you, don't be fooled by this. I said the volume is coming in. These money manipulators are getting in on this rundown. I told you that yesterday. And then look at that. Mysteriously today, it's off to the races. What do you know? It's no coincidence, people. This isn't a coincidence. And Yahoo doesn't even try to defend it. They just say, oh, well, the jobs report was, there's fewer jobs available. And then the daggum thingum goes up 209. This is what everyone was so scared about, was the jobs report being bad. That's what they told us yesterday. Yesterday morning early, they told us it was the jobs report everyone was panicking over. And that's why the big, huge sell-off, because everyone was scared and petrified of the jobs report. That was what Yahoo said yesterday morning. Then in the afternoon, I went and checked their headline, and they changed their headline, and it said, oh, the market just is falling because NVIDIA is falling. But you know what was interesting about that? They didn't tell why NVIDIA was falling. They didn't give you any justification to that. They just said the market's falling because the NVIDIA's crashing. And that's all they said, wasn't it? Yep, that's all they had to come up with. And then Catfish Tyler went and showed you a little thing that's kind of interesting that shows you that, interestingly enough, when NVIDIA falls like it did yesterday, Catfish Tyler showed you this. He went and showed you this chart right here. And that is, when NVIDIA's falling, money flows into Sofi. I showed you that right here, ladies and gentlemen, on the big whales. We got to find it here. Yeah, we'll find it here. Here it is, hedge funds and money flow. And I showed you right here, folks, this yesterday, I showed you when the prices were all being crashed. I said, you better look at money flow, though, because when the market leaves NVIDIA, they leave NVIDIA. It says money flow from other stocks into SoFi. The number one rated one is NVIDIA to come into SoFi. So sure enough, NVIDIA drops like a rock yesterday. And what is SoFi doing today? And I told you it would happen. I said, folks, they're just waiting. They're just waiting. They're going to clear that money out on those cells, and they're going to move it over into SoFi tomorrow. That's what I told you would probably happen, didn't I? And I love looking at this chart right now and just seeing this thing going right off the friggin' chart. I got to move it down now. It's going up so fast. They're running it up so fast right now after yesterday's debacle of a washout and a terrible excuse for it, NVIDIA. It's a terrible excuse for it. And I guess nobody's falling for it. Look at that SoFi now. Now, let me tell you something, folks. I want you to realize that I have sell orders in on SoFi at 776 and 777, and I have sell orders at 778. And the reason I do is because usually from 776, 777, they'll pull it back down to 771. Now, another reason I do is because I bought the shares at below $6 a share. So I'm making a very sweet profit when I sell these shares that I bought below $6, and I'm selling them at 777, and I'm going to sell here at 776, 777, and 778. And then I look to buy back at 771. Now, if it doesn't come back to 771, then this thing's going to go to $8 a share this afternoon. If this thing does not hit 777 and come back to 771 or minimum 772, then we're going to see an $8 close, perhaps. That's what I think. And interesting, look at the top gainer of all indexes up above there. Which one's the top gainer of all indexes when you look across there? The S&P's up 0.41. The Dow is up 0.53. The NASDAQ is up 0.55. And the Russell, our index, is up 0.61. The index that SoFi's in, small caps index, is the highest rising index now. And folks, here's my belief. If SoFi closes at or near the high of the day, tomorrow we will see a minimum of a 30-cent gain. And look for it to be from anywhere from 29 cents to 34-cent gain tomorrow. And that would put us at $8.10. Okay? So that's my call. If we close at or near the high of the day, and I'm almost positive we will, that we will, no matter what we close at, we're gonna see a 30-cent increase tomorrow as well. Okay, if we close near the high of the day. And the reason I say this is because I go back in history, and let's just look at how many times SoFi's closed near the high of the day and what happened the next day. All right, let's just go take a look. So, and I can show you time and time again, folks, when this is a good signal. So let's go and take a look all the way back here into April, and we'll go find places where SoFi closed near the high of the day. See this one on April the 2nd? This is why I want you to be very happy about closing at the high of the day. April the 2nd, opened at 705, went up to high of 722, down that much, all right? So a 25-cent drop, but then it closed 2 cents off of the high. And the next day, it was a 38-cent pop and 20 cents the next, or 15 or so, okay? So here's just one scenario of closing near the high where we saw the following 2 days a nice pop, all right? And now we're going to go to another one. Here is April the 8th. Take a look. Opened at 751, hit a high of 777, closed at 776, a 27-cent swing from high to low, but closed 1 penny from the high, and then the next day, bam, 794. All right? I'm not done yet. I got more, okay? Take a look at this one here. This is on April the 22nd. SoFi closed. It hit a high of 729, closed 4 cents off the high at 725. And the next day, bam, 759 and then 768. Is it starting to sink in now? And then look at that price, 790 a few days later. Because, why? Because the high this day on April the 25th was 760, and it closed 1 penny off of the high. And when it closed 1 penny off the high the next day, bam, 790, 30 cents higher, folks. I'm telling you, this is very, very, very common to see this with SoFi. And so I've good reason to believe if we close at or near the high, we will springboard tomorrow by about 30 cents. And I hope this is the reason you understand I'm explaining this to you. And I hope that it makes sense to you, what I'm showing you, folks, and you can learn from this. You can learn from this, folks. You can put your sell orders in around 30 cents higher than what the close is, folks, and you probably will fill there. All right? I'm just saying, I could be wrong, but I don't think so, folks. I've just shown you too many times where it leaps forward off of closing near the high. It is just unmistakable that it's good for SoFi to close at or near the high of the day. All right, so I wanted to make sure you realize that, because we're going to close near the high of the day. See this day on June the 11th? The high was 704. Closed 4 cents off the high and jumped to 743. That's a 42-cent jump, folks, on the low, on the high. It's making sense? Take a look here. June the 17th, the high was 649, closed 3 cents off the high. The next day, 660, kaboom. It's good, folks. Let's close near the high today. What do you say? I say yes. Here's a 654 high, closed at the high, 654. Next day, 665. Here's another one. Look at this. July the 9th. 638 was the high, closed on the high of the day. The next day, bam, 662 from 638. And then the next day, another 30 cent higher, 31 cents higher even. And see, because it closed at 662, the high with that day was 662, and it closed 5 cents off the high, and then jumped up to 693, 743, 782. You see this? $7 high that day on July the 12th, a $7 high, closed at 3 cents off the high and jumped to 743 the next day. You shorters should be looking at this too. You should be taking advantage of this information I'm sharing with the longs here, and you should pay close attention to this, because if SoFi, folks, today closes at or near the high of the day, what do you think is probably going to happen based on what the information I'm showing you here right now? What do you think is probably going to happen? 30 cents off that number. And like I said, folks, I'm showing you this because this is information that you can take with you for years beyond my existence on this planet. This is information that will last you the entire remainder of your life. And you can learn from this, and you can prosper from this information, folks. This is something you can definitely learn from. And when you see days when the high is 766 and they close at 50 cents lower, the next day it's dropping, folks, okay? All right? When it's way off of that high, you can be sure she's going to drop. It's not good not to close near the high of the day, folks. But I hope this makes sense to you. Just trying to help Xerox build some hope. Thank you, sir. The FFI has way too many victims. It's crazy. Hear it on the other channels also. LOL. Yes. D Nasty, 100%. Jacob Menimar. Hopefully FFIE repeats the same process today and tomorrow. Yes. Jacob, I'm pretty sure FFI is a nibble stock for day trading, staying in very long, unless you're on house money. Doesn't seem like a good play. I don't know, though. I'm still learning. Yep. So it should be, and I agree with you, Jacob. So it should go above 6. Jacob, watch for it to go back to near the high and sell off, and then re-enter. Goes back to near the low. Yep. Out in the cold on day trades today, but I just loaded the boat on SoFi. Very good, D Nasty. I'm at 545 average on 5. The high was 648. Yes. Hey, Nicole Barbie. Hello, Nicole. Xerox, what's your price on FFIE? Xerox 553. Okay. All right. Well, we're monitoring it, and thank you all for being here on this channel and talking it up. I'm sorry that I've missed some of your conversations. I know I should be better about that, but what happened to my FFIE? Where in the heck did it go off to? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Where is it? It's gone. I must have used one of the other pages to do FFIE. Okay. All right. Right there is where it needs to be. That needs to be there. And now back to Sofi. She's just looking so doggone good, everybody. Congratulations. And can you imagine? Look at the 5-day moving average now on Sofi. They've worked this thing down, and then they got in right there. They all got in yesterday at 345. Congratulations, those that bought at $7.53 a share yesterday. Right there. Very nice. And some of you even got in with me right here when the price was all the way down to $7.41, $1 higher than their favorite number. Yep. And I told you that yesterday, man, they're $1 higher than the number they want to be at. They wanted it 641. We saw how hard they tried to keep it there. Okay. So where are we now on ASST? All right, good. That looks good. She is going, folks. ASST is starting to make her move. They must have took it down to 288 just then. All right. ASST. By the way, folks, just so you're aware of this, on the 28th, this is where we were buying ASST at 10 a.m. 244, 242, 245, 246. Yep. 246.97. And we bought it here too. 284, 287, 288, 293. Now we're back to that number now. Yep. We bought it back at 281, 278. Yeah. And by the way, after we had bought these, we sold at 1,200 at 355. Okay. And then we bought back over here. So, man, if we made some money on this stock, I mean, folks, we have made definitely some money on these. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations on ASST purchases. And even if you bought some more just now, even congratulations. Now, let me take a look at this right here. Yeah. And we have to take a look now at another stock here right now. Definitely BNRG is at the bottom, folks. And BOF is also at the bottom, down 18, 18, 18. Look at that number. Look at that number, 18, 18 down. And folks, that is a freaking cup and handle if I ever did see one right there. And that was hardly a drop before this pop right now. 3,400,000 shares to drop it down to the double ties right there. And then she came up, and then the cup handle formed, and then the small little drop, and here comes the pop. I think it could make a move. As I look now, I see the Dow up 137 points, just like I told you it would be today. I see them take Sofi right back down to the 45-day moving average, and it bounces right off of it. Look at that thing bounce right there. Doing. Yes, sir. Took it down to the 45 and 50-day, and boing. She went off of it. Right off of it, like a freaking bouncy ball. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. All right. Look at that thing go, folks. Woohoo! Get on out of here. Get on out of here, folks. Look at that thing going, folks. What are you going to do now, shorts? Wait till the price gets down to $4.45, David Chiaverini Day price? You looking for $4.45 now to come at you? You looking for a $4 sell? You looking for this guy for guidance? Whose company recently on April the 15th put mud in his face and bought Sofi for over $7.26 a share when his price target is $4 sell? That's right, the company he works for, this clown right here, David Chiaverini, the company he works for, Wedbush, I showed you on May the 15th, 2 years ago, they told him to downgrade the stock and put a sell and say that it was worth $2.50 a share on May the 15th. And he was accomplished. He was very successful, as you can see at the time. He had a 1-star rating. He had a tip of a star. He just had this little tip of this star rating at the time. He was one of the worst raters of all. He's picked good stocks 155 times out of 350 times. And this guy made the price fall to $4.45 a share that day on May the 15th. And interestingly enough, 1 year later, with his price target and a sell at $4, his company bought the stock at $7.26 or higher. The price range that day was $7.26 up to $7.63, and his company bought it that day and made him a laughing stock. And I try to tell people now it's kind of sad what happened to him, but now he has to find a place to basically bury himself. There he is now. I got a photo of him. There he is now. And I don't blame him for doing it and trying to hide himself below ground, because when you call out a target price of $2.50 a year ago on Sofi, and now it's almost at $8, yeah, you want to hide. You want to run and hide. Yep. You want to dig a hole. When your company goes out and you have a price target of $2.50 or even $4, and your company goes behind your back and buys shares at $7, bro, you should quit. You should quit that company and start your own business. Start working for this firm. Stop working for them now, because they're buying shares at almost double what your price target is. They've sold them since, because I showed everybody. They were here on FinTech, and I could go down here. I used to be able to hit the Control and F button, and I could type in Wedbush, WEDBUSH, and they would show up right there on May the 15th buying. But they're not there anymore because, well, maybe because of me. Maybe they sold because they thought, uh-oh, this guy's exposing us. We've got a guy saying the stock is only worth $4, but we're buying it at 7 something. We probably should sell that. And they did. That's what I think. And I could be wrong, but I don't think so. If you have GDC, you might consider selling some here and then buying back when it drops back to the 630s or lower. GDC at 699, it could still climb over 7, so sell at your own risk. Jacob, you're exactly right. Except my number for you would be to sell it. If you have it, it would be to sell at the 8. All right, 708. This stock right here, you should probably sell it at 708. And I agree, they will pull it back down into that range, because they do that a lot with this stock. But one thing for sure and certain is we've made some good money on this one. Man, did we do good yesterday, or did we do good? Did we do fabulous? We did. Yep. 822. There it is. 827. GDC, a 100% profit on 822 and on 827 Jetty. And I forgot that I had started to do the biggest gainers for this month here. But these are our biggest gainers of all right there. VOF, I don't know why it's on there. That's not 88%, isn't a big gainer. Not compared to some of these gainers. Now, one thing I'm interested in knowing, I have sent a lot of you here on this channel some charts. And recently I sent you charts because you became Goliath channel members. And we had another new member join yesterday. And I want to say right now, thank you very much to David Garcia for you telling your friend about me who subscribed yesterday and became a Goliath member. So, David, thank you very much. David Garcia, if you're listening. I am very grateful. And, folks, we are at 14 million shares traded. In 2 hours of trading, we're going to go over 40 million shares here again today. And that is very good for us. Very good. Look at this SoFi chart right now. Do you see it? We're off the chart, folks. We just went off the chart. And now I'm going to change this chart to the 1 day. And I'm going to look at the 1 day chart right now. And there it is. Oh, yes. You know, looking at this chart makes me think of a song. Oh, yes, it's so fine. Everything is easy and you think it's time to buy. Buying so fine. Yeah, dude, you're awesome. I've been subbed to you because you answer our questions and help us. Thank you, Liam. I do try to. Kat, can you see the 1 minute and 5 minute charts? Well, what I'm doing here right now is I am looking at the 1 day, 1 minute right now on SoFi. And I'm going to zoom in on here because, see, folks, this is the same tactic that's failed for them all along. They try to drive it down below the 45 and it bounces off. They try to drive it down to the 45, it bounces off. They try here to drive it down to the 45, it's going to bounce off. They just keep bouncing it off the 45. And meanwhile, the 200-day moving average angle has changed drastically. That is a 200-day moving average on an absolute tear. Look at it over here. Look at the 200-day moving average. La-di-da. You see that? La-di-dying along until this morning. Look at this 200-day moving average. Down we go. Very slow. And then off she goes. Look at that 200-day moving average now. Look at the 45 and 50-day moving averages just climbing. See here where they tried to close this porpoise's mouth right there? They tried right here to close the porpoise's mouth with this little dump down to right there just a bit ago. And then here again, they're trying to close the porpoise's mouth with this little dump down. Okay? That's what they're trying to do right now. Trying to close off that porpoise's mouth. And they're not doing it with any real volume here. I don't see massive volume here driving it down. There's certainly no panic selling going on SoFi today, ladies and gentlemen. That is all over. So you guys all know that I am a fisherman. I love to fish. It has something to do with my name. There's a fish right there that I bought, that I caught when I was a little kid. It's all dusty picture, but that one I caught in the canal with my hand. The line broke, and I had to dive in there and swim out and wrap it around my wrists. And I came back to shore and I pulled him up. Her, actually, it's a female. And you might be wondering why it is that I'm talking to you. This is actually what I was wearing when I jumped into the canal. That right there is what I had on. I had to get all dried off. But I went in there and I didn't let him take my favorite lure. So anyway, the reason I mentioned that I love to fish so much is that right now, why was it I showing you these pictures? I got something else to show you here about fishing. I was going to talk about fishing. Jacob Patterson, I see. I'd like about half that on GDC. Yep, not your camera issue. It's my phone. Okay, very good, Jacob. Thank you for letting me know. Yep. Charts are a beautiful thing. Yep. All right, hold on, guys, here. Yeah. So why was I talking about fish? What was I just going to say about catfishing? About fishing. I got sidetracked when I found the pictures, but there was something that reminded me about oh, yeah, the porpoise's mouth closing here. Might be it. But I want to get over here and I want to see what is happening with the red candlesticks. I want to see if there's any real momentum behind this attempt to sell it down. If they're dumping lots and lots of shares here to try to stop this run, or if it's just little tiny piddly stuff is what I want to look at here. But here we go. There we go. There's the big green candlestick. 145,000 shares comes in right there and swoops it up as they try to push it below the 45 and close its mouth. Yep. And she's gone, folks. Say goodbye to 766, Shorty. You're out of here, man. Your day was numbered, and today it is number 2 for you. Your days were numbered, and today is a very crappy day for you to be shorting Sofi. And I'm sorry, but you're not going to see a 766 closing today. All right? It isn't going to happen. It's not in the cards. Goodness gracious, what was I talking about fishing for? Man, I can't remember. Nicole, share the love. I think you were about to mention that how it set the bait for shorts to give you their shares. Yeah. Well, that's very true in a way. I do wiggle that worm down there to get him to come and take my. But man, there was something else about fishing that I wanted to express with you guys, and it will come to me in just a minute. I know it will. It will. It will definitely come back to me. But at any rate, right now, I think the shorts are in a major predicament here. And I think that this is looking absolutely awesome for Sofi today. I have to just tell you, I think it looks gorgeous. AIRI down now 2%. I'm going to run across the globe and look at all these. Archer, this is one we're going to be watching tomorrow. Some of you may have picked up this and are still holding it, but it's looking pretty good. AIRI, ASST is moving. ASST is now rising right now. Starts looking good here. There was the cup, the handle, the drop, and the pop. And there she goes now. ASST. Cup, handle, drop, and pop. AUUD starting to recover. I'm still got my eyes on it. AZTR, someone mentioned this one yesterday. I figured I'd throw it in the mix. BITF down a fraction today, nothing to worry about. BNRG up 13%. I want to see this thing frickin' bounce off this cliff. If it doesn't, it's going to drop off the other side. We'll see. All right, BOF down 18%, and that is a cup and handle. There will be a drop here back to the Taz, and then off she goes. That's my call. BFLY, this is a good spot right here, folks. Finally picked it up. There she is. She's been washed down to right there. That's the second low, which is a low we saw earlier on the chart right there, a little niche before it turned. So I'm presuming this might be a good place to pick up some BFLY. But be cautious. They could double dagger that. CING finally turns and goes back up over 7. All right. And she's on her way, folks. Now, how high will she go? All right. EBS. Someone told me about this, and I did buy a little tiny bit of EBS the other day. They tempted me into it, and I said, okay, I'll pick up a couple of shares. So I did buy into EBS just the other day. And as you probably know, I did not buy very many shares of EBS, but I did indeed decide to buy EDS. And if you did get some of that, then congratulations. And I don't remember who it was that told us to take a look at it, but we did decide to go over and buy it. And unfortunately, I bought it at 842 and 843. Okay. Fortunately, I did not buy much, as you can see, but I own it. And now she's starting to finally make a move back up. And I'm just going to sit and watch. I don't have much of it. Not much of it. FCUV down 11%. Some of them was throwing that one around the other day. FFIE now at 520, and it looks like they're trying to just leach it out slowly before they turn it. They'll get to a number they want, and then they'll run it. They'll get to whatever it is they want, and then they'll run it. And it might even be just that right there. Holy smokes, look at GDC, everybody. And this is a place where, as was just mentioned, you might want to sell and look for a pullback back down in the 6s. And I had already told him when he said that to sell it at 708. I'd said it right then. I would put my sell order in on this at 708. All right, and Nicole Barbie says, Jacob Patton, I feel the same. The fellow fishes in the tank are absolutely worth helping out. Yep, I got the tank love. All right. Jacob says if we go over 708, we could go as high as 750. Huge and huge coin, channel 911. GDC now at 705. Yep, I hope people listened and sold there. Kat, I didn't see it, but GDC hit your 708. Yep. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised because that is a number that they like to stop it at, 708. And I've told people that before. So good. Thank you for letting me know that. I didn't realize that. I thought I was almost going to sell, and I have sold at 708. That's a beautiful number. Congratulations, everybody, if you sold there. 708. And I'm not talking about Sofi right now. I'm talking about another stock that we were invested in that was GDC. All right, everybody. So now we're going to take a look at this stock here, WISA. It is up 78%. Some of you bought this a long time ago with me, and you may still be holding it. And if you are, this is an alert to you. It's up 78%. And I know some of you bought this a long time ago, so this is an alert to you to sell here today, up 80% now. And it's rising. So just wanted to let you know about that. WISA, for those of you that bought that, this is your payday. Congratulations. Next, WTO. What is happening with this thing? Not good. Hey, look at this. TOVX, folks. I told you. TOVX. I told you there might be a bottom on this coming soon on this, and there it was. TOVX was definitely worked down. If you look at the 5-day chart, man, they've been slaughtering this down. They took it down to the same level it was before the run-up started. And then somebody wanted shares there. And so they accumulated them, and they got them today at that same price as earlier in the week. And now she's starting her move back up. And this is the 1-day chart. And folks, I'm telling you, I would get some of that. Okay? TOVX. And I'm not just going to tell you to buy it. I'm going to buy some of it here. TOVX. Buy. And we're just going to pick up 20 shares of this just to do a market share and see what it does. And we're going in on TOVX right now, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going in now. Enter and sign in, please, on TOVX. See what you can pick it up for, folks, for the market share buy. See if you can steal it away here, down 19%. They already triggered the 20% stop losses. They've already done that earlier. Yep. Pick up a few shares of this. And folks, 332.01 is a very good number to acquire at if you just did. In my opinion. And I just wanted 20 to see where it would fill, and it filled at the same number, so that's good. And I'm buying TOVX here. All right. Now, I did not buy a lot of this, okay, because I don't know what the hell it's going to do, but I'm telling you, I think this is a good spot to pick some up at 332.01, which I just did. I got 40 shares there, and now I'm back to Sofi, 768. Oh, come on. You going to kid me with a 766 buy here? You going to give me a 766 buy today on Sofi, you slackers? Really? Sofi, my first buy going in right now, folks. 766. I will steal their shares from them, no doubt about it. And I will take I'll take 50 to start off with at 766. And I will most definitely buy there. There we go. And now I'm going to put in 767 for 50 shares. And everybody else is buying here too, knowing what they're doing or trying to do, I think. This is a great place to buy. And then we're going to go 768. And I'm looking to fill now 766, 50 shares, 767, 50 shares, 768 is going in now. And I own it at 768. Yep. And I'm in at 767, 766 for 50 there, 50 there. And let's put in another market now. There's a lot being bought here, folks. There we go. I got 767. Let's put that in again. Put 767 in one more time here, folks. This is going to run out. This is all going to be gone. The 766, 767. Very quickly gone, folks. Very quickly gone. And I own it at 768 again. Oh, yeah. This is all going to be tapped completely dry. This thing is going to be gone, folks. Gone, gone, gone. They can't even get it down to 767 or 766 right here, folks. It's just ticking away at 768. Thousands and thousands and thousands of shares being bought. Let's do 768 again. I'm telling you, folks, look at the volume. 15,792, 93. There's 1,000. 15,793, 4, 32. 15,793, 794. Another 1,000. 15,794, 6. 15,794. 2 shares bought there at 768. 2, folks. 15,812. 15,816. 4,000 shares just bought there. 15,825. There's some big numbers coming. 3,000 there, 768, and I got 767, but they cannot get to 767. There we go. You got it again. Thank you very much. That's 2 times. Come on, you guys. You have to be able to muster up a 766 here. I mean, you have to, or this will just be pitiful. I mean, you guys will be drowning in your tears if you cannot achieve a 766 here right now. You should be, because you're going to be in deep doo if you cannot get a 766. Put in 767 again. 767 is going in again for 50 more. I've already filled 100 there. Here we go. Beautiful. It's a long time to be sitting here at this number, folks. A very long time. You know what astounds me a little bit here is that they are not making a big share dump to get to 766 or 764 here yet, or haven't yet. I find it appalling, and actually, to me, it's very encouraging not to see them be able to get there. I think it's encouraging as heck. I like the heck out of it. We're at 15.9. We just had people are buying big amounts here. There's 4,000. There's another 1,000. There's another 5,000 shares. There's another 5,000. We're at 15,910. 15,910 now. 15,913. Oh, did you just see that? 15,911, 15,913 to 911. 2,000 disappeared. They're loading in fake sell orders. 15,914, 15,959, folks. A 40,000 share right there. 15,962. I'm telling you, there's some big entities playing here. 15,962. 40,000 shares is not a freaking retailer, people, most likely. 15,971, 76, 977, 15,977, 639. Oh my. 2 shares bought again. 2 shares. 2 shares. 768. What is it about this number that everybody wants to buy so much of? 15,978 now. 15,978, 189. 15,978, 389, 200 there. 198 bought there. 15,978, 638. 15,979, 4. 800 bought. And we're looking for the numbers of shares to be very tiny to raise the price here. I want to see a 3-share order raise the price to 768. That's what I want to see. I want to see a 1-share order make the price rise to 769 from here. That's what I'm looking at. 15,986, 512, 15,986, 649. Folks, hey Alexa, call Double K.
Calling Double K.
Got a call coming in from Double K, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Well, welcome to the tank. We got 100 here that want to listen to you and find out what you've got to talk about today.
Well, ASTS is just going crazy.
Absolutely. Yep. It's right here on my board. We've got it up there looking at it up 34%. Absolutely. And everybody's very happy. Very happy people.
Yep, we got a rocket launch here in about I think in about 15 minutes.
Cocoa Beach.
We do have ASTS's satellites are going up on the 12th. I sent you a text on that one.
All right. Good.
I think that's already in notes too, but I kind of knew about it last night.
All right. Good. ASTS has got their satellites launching tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow. On the 12th.
On the 12th. But there are some satellites going to be one launch that's going to happen here in about 15 minutes. We got an eagle's eye view here from our buddy Double K, who's down there in Cocoa Beach. And he gets to watch each one of those lift off. When I was a little kid, I can remember watching all of the Apollo launches off the roof of our house. We'd climb up this orange tree, and we'd get up on the roof of our house and get up to that cap there, the ridge cap, and then we'd look across to the east, and we'd be hear the countdown on the radio, and then we'd see the sky starting to glow and see that orange glow ball, and then boom, it would come into view. Nicole Barbie says, hello, tell him we said hey. All right, Nicole. Double K, Nicole says hey. And all the catfish in the tank, there are 110 of them here now with us. And we're listening to you, and your guidance has been good on some of these calls. We really appreciate you telling us about some of these stocks that have just done phenomenally since you mentioned us getting into them.
And the other ones I might be a little early on, or might, but they might be just kind of hanging out because the stock market is just kind of keeping them held down. I mean, that's just, part of it.
Yep. Hey, I just filled at 766 on Sofi. They finally did it. They finally got to my order at 766. I just saw it. Yay!
But I do like Av Point.
Av Point. Okay. Av Point. Yep. Jacob Patton says, hello, Double K. Yay, that means mine hit too. Yes, everyone, we just filled at 766 on Sofi, and now it's back up to 768 again. They just had to come and pick those cherries we had out there. They had to come and take them. Someone's asking here, Sean Joseph says, hey, ask Double K about SHPH. S is in Sam, H Hotel, P Papa, H Hotel. And it's actually S is in Sierra. I know.
Yeah. Shuttle Pharmaceutical.
Somebody wants to know what you think about SHPH. And then also TJW says, I'm waiting on LUNR to take off. Oh, me too. LUNR, man, that chart looks gorgeous. How about RR? ASTS is a little too rich for me, Jacob says. Yeah.
Oh, it's just gone nuts now.
Yeah, it has. But when he first mentioned it to us, folks, it was in the $4 range and $6. When Double K picked that stock out, it was at $6-something 40 a share, I remember. Yep.
I bought it at $5 a share.
Yep. Oh, Annalise Godoy says, what about WTO? And no doubt. And Baron of the State says APDN. Oh, man, to be here when that call was made. Yep.
So SHPH, I don't know what to say. Looks like there's
WTO. Someone would
SPH, whatever that one was, I don't have any recommendation on it.
Okay, no recommendation.
I mean, it's down at the bottom, but I don't know where that bottom's at. I don't know anything. I don't know enough about the company. I know it's a pharmaceutical company, but it's probably based on a drug trial, right now.
All right.
And who knows?
All right. Thank you for that assessment. He
So
wants
WTO.
someone wants to know about that, and then I'll look up at the same time a stock RR, which I can never find. Google. You know what, Carl? I told everybody yesterday, but I'm always going to come back, so don't go anywhere. When you see the screen go fuzzy and it says connect or whatever. Strangest thing, my AT&T. I have a unit over here that helps me get signal. Yes. I got a microcell over here that is acting like it's not receiving its signal, and it's saying there's no internet. And this is just the strangest thing, folks, that I'm able to, and I can't explain this, how it is that I'm even in real time data here, flashing over here as if it